Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kade Plays, and it is Shotgun Saturday, a video that I haven't done for a couple of weeks. My Saturday nights have been crazy busy. And I apologize for that, but it's okay, because we're back. We're going to bring you some new stuff. Today, my little cherubs, I am playing Mercenaries 2 World in Flames. Now, I am playing this because it is hands down one of my favorite games probably ever. It is just so absurdly entertaining. Because it's just so, I don't know how to put this. It's so unbound. It's so free in how it allows you to approach any given situation. So I'm just like literally noodling around and doing a little bit of stuff. I'm actually going to go and capture some of these high value targets via the means of pistol whipping across the back of the head, which with a little like Mac 10 like this, getting that magazine spiked into the back of your dome is absolutely not one of the, entertaining things that you'd be planning to do on a Saturday night. But it just presents you these targets. It just gives you these high-value targets. It plops them down in a spot. That'll be our fellow right down there. I am carrying a sniper rifle, and I switch weapons with this button right here, which I can zoom in. And it pretty much just drops these guys in the map and lets you figure out how you want to deal with extracting them. And there are a lot of approaches one can take with a thing like this. Most of them will be violent, although I've heard tell in distant circles that there are some stealthy ways that you can go about these types of missions. So I'm going to try and sneak it in here. And what I want to do is I want to knock our fella out. Yeah, there we go. Now they're trying to call for reinforcements, which I can stop by murderating that fellow. Alright, I have subdued the high-value target. Alright, we get him all nicely tied off. And, alright, who's radioing? That guy over there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, managed to stop it. And then what we can do is we can call in our extraction chopper. Now, that guy just blew himself up. And all of his buddies. That was not your finest moment, my fellow. So let's call in the extraction chopper by throwing a smoke grenade, and the chopper will come down wherever we put that grenade at. You need to get off that gun turret immediately, sir. Someone's radioing out.
Okay, cuffed her in a bag. I'm ready for your HVT.
All right, here we go. There's our extraction chopper. So now I'm going to carry this little chip scratcher. And we are going to make our way over to this helicopter that I will load the young man onto, so he may take off. Target verified. There we go. Simple stuff. Now, I really badly need a health pickup, and I don't know that I see one anywhere around here. Where's my healthy juice? Alright. Well, after time, I will start to regen. And I'm going to swap my sniper rifle out for this rocket-propelled grenade launcher. And now I got to get the hell out of here. Which I figure we can go out the same way we came in. So, I really love these prisoner extractions. Like going in, capturing a guy, taking out anybody who's going to radio back, because you have faction friendliness, and that will affect what missions they can give you and what what, like, strategic resources they can offer you. Now, if any of those guys had successfully radioed out, I would have lost reputation with the Rebels faction. But because they couldn't, largely on account of them all having suddenly come down with a terminal case of high-speed lead poisoning, owing to that, I suffer no loss of reputation. There were no witnesses. Nobody knows it was me. That guy's wiggling. I actually do that when I ride my bike. I do the little left to right sweeps. So another big part of this game is acquiring resources. Now this is largely done. You can see there's a couple of green markers on my little minimap. One of these is cash. There's some oil up there, but I think I'm actually out of oil. So I can tag it for pickup, throw the smoke grenade. The smoke grenade will go off. It is a green smoke because my pilot is Irish. And he will turn up in a helicopter with a magnetic winch on the bottom. It will magnetically attach to money because, as we all know, money is very magnetic. And then in theory, he would fly off with it. However, he appears to have gotten himself in a bit of a situation on this one. He's gotten his winch stuck on a wall. This game is also buggy as all get out. It is one of the buggiest games I have ever played in my life. And I sort of love it for that. Alright, so we picked up $100,000 just on a pallet on the side of a road in Venezuela. Because why wouldn't there just be $100,000 there? How am I doing for oil? 530 out of 1,500. Okay, I do actually need to pick up some oil. Alright, let's see if this belongs to anybody or if it's just sort of sat there. Because it might be... Now, you see, so these are Universal Petroleum. They are a company with whom I do business. And thus it would not well behoove me to steal their supplies. However, there are several factions. There's the Rebels, there's Universal Petroleum, there's the United States military, there's the Chinese military that get unlocked later on. There are a faction of like pirates that hang out on the sort of the pirate isles up there, and you know, all of those factions have resources of their own. But there is also the Venezuelan army, who are sort of universally bad guys, right? You will not suffer in any way from aggressing against the Venezuelan army. Because they're being run by a corrupt dictator, and, you know, they're generally not nice dudes. So the storyline being that we did a mission for our friendly local dictator, who then stiffed us on the payment and shot us. So we're on a mission for revenge. We're out to get our run back for that one time he shot me. We have a colorful cast of characters. Fiona is our handler. She's like an Australian tech whiz. Alright, knock you down. Knock you down. Subdue you. Lots of money are laying around here. Spray that fella down. I wonder if I can call the chopper in back here. Or if the area is going to be too small.
Alright, keep your thing on.
Yeah, no, okay.
I'm on my way.
Seems I can bring him in. Oh, don't you dare radio. Don't you dare radio.
You better have that guy ready to load, man. I don't get paid extra for this.
I do. He's good. He's right here. Okay? He's right here. He has been captured. He can now be safely extracted. Everything is fine. Nobody needs to freak out. But I'm probably not going to be able to shoot that guy in time because he's over there and I can't get to him. Yeah, see, now I've gone down to neutral standing with the rebels because that call successfully went out. So I can get that back by going and doing missions for them, fighting people. I will get increases in reputation for the times that I, like, take out their enemies. So my faction rep with the rebels will go up if I start shooting Universal Petroleum soldiers. Or if I do, like, building destruction missions and stuff for them. Alright, there we go. There we go. We have refilled our fuel reserves. Now, fuel is necessary for the last interesting major conceit of this game, which is the ability to freely deploy extremely heavy ordnance. So things like I can have vehicles, weapons airdropped into me. I can have bombing runs and artillery strikes executed by my friendly neighborhood jet pilot. We can fire bunker busters, laser-guided bombs, cluster munitions, fuel air explosives. There's all kinds of stuff that's available to us. And I think I'm going to go and demo that a little bit by heading down in this direction. So we got a little bit of a drive. And I wish I had a vehicle for that. Now, I could steal one of these fellas' motorbikes, but killing innocents results in, you know, cleaner's fees. As well it should. But what I can do is I could take a... Ooh, let's see. Do I have a helicopter? Yeah, I've got an attack helicopter. So I'll put that into my deployable slot. And then I can throw a smoke grenade down, and for the cost of 140 oil, Ewan, who is my friendly chopper pilot, will drop me off an attack helicopter, and then he will make his own way back to base in some other manner.
About me, boss. I'll catch a ride back.
You very well better, because this helicopter is for me. There is also a grappling hook gun that we have access to, because we have a... Oh, they're shooting at me because they think I'm a rebel pilot. It's not true, boys. It's simply not true. But we have a mechanic. So this villa over here, you see there's this airstrip right here. This is my private military company base of operations. That is the helipad that Ewan's helicopter would typically be found on. And all the, I guess they're like tanks that we stockpile all our oil in. And inside there's all our cash and munitions just sort of like piled up all around the place. But,
You're about to enter the city of Merida, currently occupied by the
yes, Merida. Occupied by the Venezuelan army. I will be flying over Merida, because there's really nothing, there's no need for me to get engaged in any pitched combat there. I have a thing in mind that I'm heading on my way to do. Although this attack helicopter is armed with machine guns if I do feel the need to suddenly start defending myself. Oh, bit of anti-aircraft fire. What was I saying? Yes, our mechanic, Eva. She she will develop all kinds of like unique gimmick vehicles and, you know, all sorts of fun, silly things. Yeesh. I don't know why I decided I wanted to destroy that helicopter. I just kind of did. show off my guns, I guess. But Eva, as you find like scrap vehicle parts all around the map, you every 10 of them I think that you collect, she'll unlock a new weird customizable vehicle that you can get. There's like a the one I really like is, oh yeah, I have rocket pods. Let's rocket a Venezuelan army tank. You're not going to hit me. You're not going to hit me. You are not going to hit me. There we go. Blew up a tank. Yeah, there's a Panzer cycle. It's like a half motorcycle with like tank tracks on the rear side. That's a whole heck of a lot of fun. It's like a monster truck, but it's got this big like hydraulic jumping system. So you can just jump around in a monster truck. Because that's sensible. Uh-oh, surface to air missiles. Okay, we're alive. We hit the floor. We've taken a little bit of damage. We're sliding down the side of a cliff. But I think we're going to be okay. Get up. Get up. Why am I still sliding down this cliff? I'm still sliding. I'm sliding just fast enough that the physics system won't allow me to stand back up. So this is a building that is marked for destruction. We are going to do exactly that. If nothing else, because they just used a surface-to-air missile. So we're going to call in a bombing run. So we throw our little smoke grenade. It pops red. And we have a drunk Russian jet pilot on our payroll. Who drops, you know, large piles of bombs on things for fun. And it just, so as you can see, it just like wrecks this building. It killed all the fellas inside. Dropped me some resources. There's a whole bunch of these that I can get right around here. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of them. And it really just, I think if anybody ever played Just Cause, I think there's like a lot of the DNA of Just Cause visible in this game. I don't know when the first Just Cause came out versus when the first Mercenaries game came out. Mercenaries 1 was a little more straight-laced. Not hard to be more straight-laced than this, quite frankly. I just fired an RPG into a truck full of lads, and now they're all dead. Alright, so now we have an interesting scenario because there is a certain volume of oil that's available to me there. Now, these oil tanks are destructible. Because everything kind of is in this game. So if I want to steal the oil, I got to do that before I call in an artillery strike on that building. So we're going to tell Ewan to come and pick up this oil. That man just threw a grenade that luckily missed the oil tanks. I was super afraid it was going to overrun and hit those fuel tanks. Alright, lost a little bit of money because we needed to chopper repair from the fact that it's being shot at by a dude with a stinger. But you know, now I can have a stinger. I want to have a stinger. Now I have one. Yeah, just carry a Stinger missile launcher around on your back. Alright, so the building that is our destruction target is specifically this one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call in a long-range artillery strike. So stick that right there.
Buildings, UP
And we will run away. And we're just going to pound the hell out of the area with artillery. I guess he just dropped our oil right there. I'm going to see if I can call him back in to try and pick it up again. This is buggy-ass game.
Your signal, boss. Ready to bag your munitions.
Oh, boy. Yep, come and get it, Ewan. Come and get it. There is no anti-air missiles this time. Is it that he can't figure out how to get over there? Yeah, no, he got it. He got it. All right, pick it up, Flyboy, and then get the heck out of there. If you tag multiple things, visually he'll only pick up one, but they will all disappear. Because this is from that beautiful era of games when they were less obsessed with the need to have everything be, like, super realistically represented. And I appreciate the hell out of it for that. You know what I mean?
One of the buildings UP wants destroyed.
Like, I remember when games were supposed to be fun, and they could just be fun and not have to be subject to, like, oh, that's unrealistic. Nobody cares. I'm having a great time. I'm running around like a little mercenary, doing shooty bang bangs of the mans. Something just exploded over there. I don't know what that was. Sounds like a whole lot of not my fucking problem. But, you know, just running around doing a shooting of the mans. And generally having a good time and, you know, calling in bombing runs on targets that I feel like deserve it. Ow. You dick. You're going to feel really bad about that in a second. Just you wait till those bombs come in. There we go. Now you're dead. Everything's on fire. That man also died. Which I'm kind of happy about because he was shooting me and being a big old total prick about the whole thing. You know, there's all kinds of different vehicles you can use. There's all kinds of weapon emplacements you can use. You can hijack tanks. You can hijack helicopters by grappling up to them with your grapple gun. Like, it's just a ridiculous game. Right? It's not trying to be anything other than exactly what it is, which is to just call it, like, unqualified fun. I missed that shot quite spectacularly. I need to back up, and I need to heal myself. See if I can hit this one. Oh, it just won't fire straight without a good lock. Okay. Maybe a grenade will solve this particular problem. It definitely sort of helped. But, you know, so as easy as it would be to feel, like, super overpowered all the time, like, coming up against a vehicle like this one when you're poorly equipped for the situation can still be very dangerous. Like, I'm just getting, like, nuked by the guy over there with the RPG. He's just landing shots on me, man. But we have ways that we can deal with things like this. I'm gonna see if I can deadeye that fuel tank. I can, and that blew up the building. So now you're kind of going to be able to start to see that it doesn't necessarily matter how one goes about blowing up these buildings, so much as long as the building gets blown up, the game is happy about it. And willing to give you the due recognition for that. And so you end up with these situations where there's, like, a lot of different ways that you could solve one problem. And it's really up to you to figure out which way, because for me, getting close to that building, well, that was fixing to be difficult. Right? Because it's hard to get that close when the guy with the RPG is there, and there's a truck in the way, and it's a whole situation, right? Like, that's a hard way to go about things. This time we can blow things up with C4. There's another bombing run that I can have Ewan come and pick up. I will stick around for a second to cover him while that happens. I wonder if I can shoot that barrel, if there's any... if that'll do any, like, useful amount of damage to anything. That might help. Yeah, there they go. Did it damage the building at all? It did not. Alright, and here comes Ewan trying to figure out... he's going to pick up some munitions. So you're constantly sort of scavenging and collecting, you know, bombs and artillery shells, and having Ewan come and winch them out with his magic winch powers. And collecting oil to keep your planes and your helicopters flying. And it's just good kind of arcadey fun.
That's it. You've destroyed all the buildings Universal Petroleum was paying for. They want anything else?
Yeah,
It'll cost
leveled another building.
complete.
Outstanding stuff. And so now I can go to any Universal Petroleum headquartered building. The closest one would be way up here, is Kabimas Outpost. And you know what? Let's go pay the UP a visit, because you can also call for transit. So I can throw my little green smoke grenade right here, or it's more of a blue. Would you call that a blue? Yeah, I guess that's blue. And Ewan will come in. Can hop in the back of the lucky lady.
Where you want to go, boss?
And that's your fast travel, right? Now I can say, take me to this outpost. But, you know, if you want to fast travel out of an area, you can do it in the middle of combat. So you can throw that smoke grenade down and you can be like, hey, you know, I'm in the middle of a hot situation. I need extraction. You know, get me out of here. But you got to make sure that there's no, like, SAM sites or guys with stingers or whatever that are going to knock him out of the way, right? So you got to kind of manually work on securing your own landing zone, or get far enough away that the helicopter can afford to land.
You can afford me.
There are also little, like, missions, but there's the shops. So, I can see, apparently I have a number of grenade launcher drops. So I can have grenades or C4. I can have an assault rifle with ammunition and a med kit dropped in if I'm in a bad situation. I can get boats, trucks, other boats. I can now get a luxury car. I can order tanks to be dropped in, or different helicopters. I can get different kinds of airstrikes. You know, I can get a strike that the cluster munitions targeting personnel and light vehicles. I can order my jet pilot to attack other helicopters that are in the area if there's like several helicopters on me and I can't deal with them, or to attack specifically tanks with like tank buster missiles, like specific ones, or a wider range one. You know, purchase the fuel storage upgrades as you liberate more bases. And then there's all this stuff. CAPs, the combat rogue, the light machine gun drop. All this stuff still yet to unlock. And, there's other little missions, including, some sort of like... There are checkpoint races. There are, point A to point B, take as little damage as you can. All sorts of different like small mission types that you can take on. There are base assaults and liberations that I've done all the ones that are available to me right now. All these bases were originally Venezuelan army bases that I've taken over to support the rebels, and then these were originally Venezuelan army bases. The UP originally just had the HQ building, and the guerrillas I think originally only had this building. Yeah, the People's Liberation Army of Venezuela. I think they only had that building originally. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun to just run around, use whatever combination of weapons you feel like using, whatever combinations of vehicles, just run into an area. You know, maybe you want to take a chopper into a base, empty it of its rockets, blast everything out. Are they Venezuelan army? What are you doing? What do you think you are doing, sir? Yeah, I can't really hit him effectively from this range. Brother over here, I don't know what he fired, but he took care of that problem for me. Okay, sunshine. Calm yourself down. And yeah, so there's just like all sorts of different approaches. Yeah, you take a helicopter in, empty all the rockets, blow up everything that you can blow up, jump out of the helicopter, run around on foot, shoot some of the guys, secure a position, throw a smoke grenade for like an artillery strike on like a heavily fortified position, blow everybody up. If you need to get into or out of a base, you could sneak up behind a base on foot, throw C4 at a wall, blow a hole in the walls, sneak in through those kind of a means, and then go and take out everybody's stuff, and strategically using C4 to blow up defended buildings and whatever. Like, there's a lot of different ways to approach all of these tasks, and it's just an awful lot of fun, and I really, really ridiculously enjoy it. This was on PlayStation 3 and on Xbox 360. I'm playing the PS3 version right now. Both are equally buggy and prone to just randomly completely goofing out. So if you want to play it, if what you've seen looks like as much fun as I'm having, then you should go pick yourself up a coffee. It's just a light-hearted, fun, and entertaining game. Which, we live in the world now of gritty realism and, a lot of games that tackle bigger philosophical themes about, a lot of those, like, horrors of war kind of games, or, like, deep psychological games. I feel like the games industry, to some extent, has sort of forgotten how to just have fun and not feel bad about it. But this is from a little ways back, and they still remembered how to make a game where you could just pick it up, play it, be entertained, and not be made to, to feel like there's some greater philosophical question being posed to you. It's just like, look, like, you got a couple of things you're trying to do, right? You're trying to avenge that time that you got shot by Solano, and you're trying to make a lot of money and like build your little mercenary company, and it kind of captures that feeling very well. All of the characters are each in their own way fairly unlikable. Like, there's no clearly heroic character on your team. I mean, you've just got like a womanizing Irish helicopter pilot. You've got a drunk Russian jet pilot. You've got, I guess Fiona, out of everybody, is probably one of the nicer ones because she's a little more focused, but she still really just wants to make a lot of money and kind of has a gambling problem to boot. And you actually have your choice of 3-player characters when you start the game. I like Jen, because she has this neat outfit that you get by doing a bunch of shooting challenges, which is awful. They are awful to do. I should have just used cheats and unlocked them, but I didn't want to go that way about it. Alright, let's capture one of these rebels. Become subdued, sir. Oh no, he's calling his friends. I think I killed him before that call went out. I am now going to call an extraction right on this very spot.
Got it. I'll swing by. Take that
Alright,
HVT off your
drop in hot, drop in hot. Drop in hot, they're shooting at me. Alright, comes in hot, load HVT.
cuffs are in the bag.
Alright, get out of there, get out of there. Get out of there, and I will also get out of there. Oh, I guess somebody made a call while I was messing around with all that, and I didn't quite get away with it. That's okay, they will forgive me in time. They understand that I am a mercenary, and it is very much just my job to be like this. I've also run out of ammunition for my machine pistol. So I'm going to equip this here automatic rifle. Because this is a fun little... Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. Can you not do that thing you're trying to do right now? I'd very much appreciate it. Okay, don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation. Alright, we're going to stack up the tags for that and this. Then I'm going to call for Ewan. That man is going to try and call for support. I need to get the hell out of there. Maybe throw a grenade. He's going to throw a grenade. That might kill me. Almost. Almost. Almost, but not quite. Ma fella. Stop trying to call for reinforcements. Alright, dropped a med kit. Hose that guy down. Hose that guy down. Now, I'm going to go pick... Nope, I don't want your heavy machine gun. I want to pick up my machine pistol. Because that guy dropped an ammo crate. Which should give me a couple of magazines back for it. And yeah, look, honestly, there you go. That is Mercenaries 2 World in Flames. If this looked like fun, go bust out your old Xbox 360 or PS3 and have yourself a rip-roaring good time being a Central American mercenary. Go cause some havoc. Go make yourself some money. Steal yourself some vehicles. Appropriate some people's resources. Because when it comes to being a mercenary, that's all you really have to worry about. Whee! And, yeah, pick it up, play it, have a fun time, and, you know, you too can be ramping wildly off of mountains, riding down dirt roads in the back roads of Venezuela. Because it's just a good old time. And a very, very enjoyable thing. And if you would like to see what is the next game I'm going to pull out of my history, you will have to join me next Saturday night. Because for now, I have been Kade. This has been Mercenaries 2 World in Flames this Shotgun Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.